Well, they needed a jingle for their stupid little show, so they called up the Jasons and we said, fuck no. Then they called us again and they gave us $20 and we wrote them a song that said, your podcast sucks. Then they gave us more money and they asked us really nice and we finally gave in and we said, alright, I'll write you a song, but it's gonna be a clone of a Screeching Weasel song that we heard a while ago. So we wrote them a jingle and it sounded really rad. It was the best little jingle that their podcast ever had, but the file got corrupted and the email didn't work. Now they're stuck without a jingle singing our brains in. Our brains in, our brains in, our brains in. Our brains in, our brains in, our brains in. Our brains in, our brains in, our brains in. Our brains in, our brains in, our brains in. In a very non-copyright infringing
What's up,
sort of
dude?
way.
Hey man, how you doing?
Good.
What's up?
We're talking about how we're all like basically Mr. Olympians now, running,
Yeah.
lifting. Yeah. I was lifting weights, but I have 2 fucking hernias that I need to get repaired on June 10th.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus,
great.
dude.
So I'm not lifting weights right now, but I'm still running.
No, dude, I've been seeing you. You've been making some tracks quite literally.
Yeah, my knees hate me.
Yep.
But
That's what running does to you.
yeah.
Yeah, I never could stand running, so I jump rope a lot, and I use those weighted jump ropes, and those things fucking destroy you.
Oh hell yeah, I used to wrestle and box. Jumping rope was like a huge part of our shit.
Well, yeah, both.
Yeah,
Shakes knows how to throw down.
I do.
Nice, good
Oh,
shit,
yeah,
dude.
I still have my wrestling singlet, my funzie, my onesie. I don't really have my wrestling singlet, but I wish I did. I'm sure I could order one.
Still full gravy. Matt, I know you're not drinking. Ron, are you drinking anything tonight?
I had a couple beers earlier. I've also
Okay.
like greatly pumped the brakes on my drinking.
I got you.
I was getting a little crazy there for a while.
Yeah, you know.
I was drunk like I think it really took off like last pumpkin season, like last August or September. From like August until like January, I was drunk like 5 nights a week.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Now I drink like once or twice every 2 weeks or so. I had a couple natty bows tonight, but
Nice.
yeah.
Well, I forgot the last time we recorded. Was it February? It was like a little over a month ago. It was like February.
Yeah.
And I stashed a couple of White Claws in this room, and I completely forgot about them.
Hell yeah.
I told Matt, I'm like, I realized I still have 2 of these.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Well, get those out of here tonight.
Yeah.
They won't be in there next time you go in
Yeah.
there.
No, probably not.
I had some lime white claws a couple weeks ago. Those are pretty good.
Yeah, no, the White Claws on the whole are pretty decent, I think.
Yeah, they're not bad.
I was a big fan of the watermelon and the peach.
Yeah, watermelon is solid.
Mm-hmm.
The black cherry is kind of my go-to, and the mango and the pineapple one, I don't have, like, I rarely find the pineapple one, but that one's pretty solid too.
Yeah, I don't know if they have that one anymore.
They might not. It was part of a like
The pack,
yeah, it was like one of the flavors in one of those 4-packs you can find.
but I also haven't been looking lately, so
Yeah.
you know.
Not mad from what you were telling me, it sounds like you're cranking it with the kettlebell.
Yeah,
Nice.
Good shit.
kettlebell. No, no more booze. Hitting the kettlebell like 3 times a day. Changed
Nice.
eating habits.
3 times a day. Nice.
Yeah. Yep. 3 different workouts every day.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Savage.
Yeah, and so my band is like back, so I guess I got to keep up with those other guys. Now really it's just Kurt that's got to keep up with everybody else.
Yeah.
Well, I have been finalizing stuff with my thesis, and I mean we can get into that, whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight's topic.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna revisit our favorite subject, cults.
Yes.
And so for this assignment, because this isn't going to be like the ultimate thing that I do. This is just it's an assignment, and that's it. But what I decided to do is an analysis of media that was actually released by a number of selected cults. And shockingly, I did find much more than I thought I would.
Oh,
So,
oh wait, cults use propaganda? No way.
no, this doesn't happen at all. It's not like they go to UFO conventions and hand out fucking flyers and release fucking tapes of sermons and shit. That doesn't happen at all.
No, no.
I thought they just used cool Nikes.
By the way, there is still a pair up on eBay. I want to say it was like in the $900 range for anybody interested. They're not worn by the people who died, but they're there if you
But
want to find them.
Wait, the
I
Nikes?
think the Nikes, yeah, the Heaven's Gate Nikes.
They're really Heaven's Gates Nikes.
Yeah, not the ones worn by the people, but the same fucking
the same exact shoe.
same shoe, yeah, same model.
I want some Heaven's Gate Nikes.
Wait, but what do they say Heaven's Gate? Like, were they personalized?
No, no, they're just the same style Nikes that they wore. Here,
I want the shoes. I want the ones that were on those motherfuckers' feet.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
of course, if you could get your hands on a pair of those.
Hell yeah!
Whew,
So I could
mean,
run
that
really
just-
fast and jump high and meet Hellbop. And
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
I
it's
mean,
the Nike Decade. This is what the shoe
the Nike
design is
Decade.
called. The Nike Decade.
No way, that's really what it's called.
That's really what it's called. Or
The
as
Nike Deadgate.
we should probably rename it based on
Did
Ron's
they?
suggestion, the Nike Air Dumbass.
yeah,
So wait. Did they choose the Nike Deadgate because they were Heaven's Gate, or did they get named the Nike Deadgates after the Heaven's Gate thing?
No, decade, like 10 years. But I guess
oh,
we're just
Nike
calling it the Nike
decades. Oh,
Deadgate. I mean, it's close enough. I mean, it's close enough.
it should be the Nike Millennium, not the decade.
But I just prefer to call it Deadgate.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah. Let's see.
It's close enough.
Oh, I think these were the Velcro ones too. Oh shit.
Are they unisex because they had no penises?
You know what? It's kind of hard to tell.
they're the
Yeah.
Ken of shoes.
Let's see.
They're the ones who cut off their dicks, right? They're the ones who
They
like
got
castrated
castrated.
themselves. Yeah.
Castrated. No, dude, I'm pretty sure we went through this already. I think they when you get castrated, you still have the shaft.
Oh, it's just your balls.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you still have shaft and skirt. I don't think you have ball though.
Yeah, I guess you still got to piss and whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would just be weird. No balls.
So do you not get horny without balls?
I mean, that's what happens to fucking animals.
I think the body
No.
still produces some testosterone, doesn't it?
No,
I
because
know-
dudes get prosthetic balls all the time.
Yeah, I know dudes with one ball, and they're just as horny as when they had two balls.
No,
I
you
think
get,
maybe they're not. Maybe they think they are. They're not. I don't know.
but they've got like cosmetic balls now, where you like replace both your balls with like bigger, shinier balls.
But
You
are
know,
they functional though?
because that's what.
Wait, balls or ball sacks? Because what? Who cares what the balls look like? You can't see the balls.
Well, it goes inside the sack. They don't get rid of the sack. They just get rid of your balls, and then they replace them with newer, bigger balls.
Oh, so it's a size thing.
Yeah, because
But wouldn't you want
ladies
your
love-
balls? Wouldn't you want your balls to be smaller so your dick looks bigger? Because that's
Well,
really what
wait-
matters.
but ladies love big balls.
Like, can I get my balls replaced with marbles so my dick looks 5 times bigger than it does now compared
Yeah,
to my balls?
probably. You could do all sorts of shit nowadays, man. I wouldn't doubt it.
Hell yeah,
But
I
do
mean, you
they
could
work?
turn yourself into a fucking lizard. Like,
that's true.
I'm sure you
Yeah.
can get marble balls if you want them.
I'm gonna have my balls replaced with 2 crunch berries so my dick looks ginormous. Like, no, what are you talking about? This is a normal ball sack.
You're like, it's like that one Captain Crunch cereal. It's like only crunch berries. Oops.
Yeah, oops.
They changed the line to circumcise me, Captain.
That fucking guy.
By the way, if you guys want to see the shoes on eBay, I posted the link into the chat below.
Oh, those are tight. Yeah, those are Velcro. Those look like special needs sneakers. I mean they technically are. I mean, if you want to.
What were they all wearing? Because like this might be my next Halloween costume.
Yeah.
All right.
Were they wearing like tracksuits or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just carry around a little cup of Flavor Aid, buy the shoes, buy a tracksuit, and I'll just correct everybody all night long when they
Just
say
be
I
Colts,
have
yeah.
Kool-Aid. And I'll be like, no, sir, this is Flavor Aid.
Did they drink Flavor Aid too?
They
Well, it was
drank
vodka.
it was vodka with the phenobarbital and barbiturates, and they also mixed a pudding with those drugs.
Oh, right. The Flavor Aid was fucking.
That's Jimmy Jones.
Yeah,
Jimmy
that was
Jones,
Jimmy
yeah.
Jones.
Yeah. The man, the legend.
I'm mixing up my cults here.
No, I was listening to our backlog of episodes, and they're fucking good. But
Yeah.
we
Well-
I think we've touched on all these things at one point, but for the last cult episode, we went through all the different flavors of Flavor Aid that they have specifically to South America, and they sound so much better than the flavors we got here
I
in the United
know.
States.
That's how it always is.
Always.
Like it's like especially like here in Virginia, because we're Commonwealth, and they like, they made these deals with, I don't know, they make these deals with like the distributors here. So that's why like in Virginia, you only generally find like the generic flavors of things. You can find other flavors like here and there, but most stores only have like convenience stores have the generic flavors of Gatorade, like the red, the orange, and the
Oh, really?
lemon lime. Oh yeah. I mean, we have a few others too, but like everywhere you go, it's like hard to find the
Oh,
the
wow.
nicer flavors. Yeah, because we get all the fucking shit that doesn't sell from the distributor warehouses.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. And supposedly all the other Commonwealths are like kind of similar.
Yeah, getting back to the costume subject for a minute, Matt, you just need a black. It looks like a black or a navy blue sweatsuit, and
So wait, what were they, Nike?
yeah, they were
Also?
Nike. Yeah, they were. No, I don't see anything that says Nike. The images I'm getting are pretty shitty actually, but
Well,
Uh,
I'm
Oh, you
just
mean the clothes? The shoes were
yeah,
Nikes. Yeah.
the shoes are Nikes. The clothes are just. They
I'm
just
gonna
look like
I'm gonna
sweatsuits.
fashion judge here. So like they gotta be, if they weren't matching Nike shoes, Nike Nike tracksuit, because like it's like Adidas tracksuit, Nike shoes. That's like
I mean, do you want a photo to get some imagery?
no wonder they were killing
You got to get a
themselves
funky
over
bowl cut too. Your haircut. You got like a.
it. Oh,
They
that's
had like the
not
worst fucking haircuts ever.
bad.
Yeah, and the hairstyle evolved because it seemed like close to the end, based on the footage I watched. And yes, there is footage.
I know.
They went from having like a longer bowl cut to just the bowl cut to shaving their heads.
Yeah.
There might have been a lot to that. I haven't found one yet, but that's you can just kind of tell because there are fucking exit interviews with a bunch of the members before they died.
So there's like
And-
stages of being in the cult. You
Yeah.
can tell
Yeah,
their
definitely.
their seniority by what their haircut is.
I don't know
That's
about
like
that.
when I went to boot camp, and I don't know how the other branches are, but Navy boot camp, the day you show up, they shave your head completely off, your hair, not your head. They just decapitate you. They just decapitate you. I was in the zombie Navy. It was awesome. They shave your
pretty
hair
lively.
completely off, but then every haircut, you go back for a haircut like every 2 or 3 weeks, and all they do is just trim the sides and the back, so you could tell like who's been there and how long you've been there for.
Oh, shit.
But it looks like it was the opposite for Heaven's Gate. Maybe they were afraid the aliens wouldn't pick him up with their doofy ass fucking haircuts.
Maybe that is the aliens' haircuts.
Maybe.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But Matt, for sure you can actually find recreations of the Heaven's Gate away team patches that they wore. So
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
yeah. My the bassist in my band has one on his leather jacket.
Yeah, just hit him
Yeah.
up, ask to borrow his for an evening. I'm sure
Yeah,
he'd hook
he
you up.
does. He's got
Oh,
the
yeah.
away team patch. Yeah, they're great.
That's
Jesus.
awesome.
Yeah. Etsy and eBay are rife with them, so have at it.
My the alien patch that you bought me is gonna be going on my new leather jacket.
Oh, is it? Nice.
Oh yeah,
Good shit.
whenever I get
Oh,
it.
It's the Violent Little Machine Shops, Area 51 admit one for the
nice.
raid on Area 51 that kind of happened.
Oh,
They
yeah, yeah.
that company shut down, by the way.
Yeah, they did. They're still around in pieces. Like they'll eventually put up, like gradually they'll put out like stuff. Like once in a while you'll see a post from them. But yeah, on the whole they closed down, which is
Yeah,
a crying shame because they had some funny shit.
yeah, they had some good There's not some not good patches that place had too, but there was a lot of really good ones they
Oh
had.
yeah, the pumpkin spice asshole patch still a favorite. I've been hitting up my school's library, and I have come to understand that there was a collected works of David Koresh put out, and you can find it on Amazon. I think I paid $11.99 for this. That was still way too much,
Yeah, like
but
that's 11.99. You're never getting back.
yeah, that's $12 I'm never getting back. And some poor bastard named Richard Morgan had to go through and transcribe Koresh's tapes because the majority of this book, and the pages aren't numbered, so I can't really tell you how many pages this book is. But based on my best estimation, there are only 3 sermons in here, and
Wow.
there's like 2 or 3 letters, and there are also scholars that tried to just make sense of what Koresh was writing with his like revelation of the 7 seals or some shit.
Is there a section on how you have to give him your wife?
No, no, but I think these guys were sympathizers because they were saying at one point they say that Koresh clearly stated that he had every intention of letting everybody go, and it's like, well, did he though? Because I'm pretty sure the FBI gave him multiple opportunities to let the people go, and
Yeah.
that didn't happen.
You know,
I'm pretty sure we all know how that ended. It ended with
it was about the principle of the thing.
yeah,
He was gonna let them go when he wanted to let them go.
yeah.
So I'm gonna let them go, like maybe in like 40 years, but I'm gonna let them go.
Yeah, well,
in flames.
I'm pretty sure his mentality was, I'm going to let them go even if it kills them, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So he really showed us, guy. So yes, I'll get into reading one of these letters because some of this shit is just fucking hilarious. This is only a page, 2.5 pages. This is not long. I've also come to understand that Heaven's Gate. Well, we know their website's still up. We looked at that,
Yeah.
a year or two ago. The site's still
Yeah.
up, but they also released and still do send out copies of their book, like hard copies of their book. Now the book's, on the website, you can look at it. It has the links to all the videos. And some other poor bastard went through and pieced those together and put them up on YouTube. Thank you to the page Occult Demon Cassette. I share your pain. Also, time and brain cells I can't get back. But yeah, no, there's 2 collections of the initiation tapes for Heaven's Gate where the dude is just staring into the camera, just talking. I'm pretty sure he's getting aroused at just hearing himself talk. And then somebody also went through and pieced together all the exit interviews.
Huh.
So yeah, the exit interviews one is a little under 2 hours, and that one is just fucking depressing. Because these are pretty average people, and there were allegedly some high achievers among them. Somebody had a presidential scholar, and somebody who had owned a tech company and some other shit. But they seriously believe they were true believers in what the what Applewhite was preaching.
The, so all right. So by exit interviews, do you mean like before they killed themselves, like giving the interviews before that, or like
Yep.
people like leaving the like yeah.
Yeah. No, these are interviews they had before the suicide. They were all on board to do this.
They didn't really die, right? Hellbop got them, right?
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Okay. Just, just right?
Their meat suits died, but they're fucking cruising. They're on.
They're in
Oh,
the
man.
evolutionary level above human,
Yeah.
whatever that means.
I so something about meat suit just resonates with me.
The kingdom of God.
I got it from you. You used to say it all the time.
I don't know why, but it makes me hungry.
Our boy Jimmy Jones and his Flavor Aid vats
Hell yeah.
did so there I haven't been able to find as much on him, but there was a very good book called The Raven put together where it was a collection of uh testimonies from people that were in the church and survived and kind of postscripts to what happened after that. Um yeah, that one's on Audible. That one was a little bit easier to take down because it wasn't none of it was from the first person. It was all written like from the third person, so it was a little bit easier to read, like to listen and get through and whatever. And so that one was actually that's a primary source I'm also using. I was able to find some of Jones' writings, like and some of his handwritten notes, and they're also kind of a sight to behold. One of them is a letter to somebody he was thinking about leaving the church,
Mhm.
and it's pretty funny.
A letter to somebody who was thinking about leaving.
Yeah,
He's like, okay, you can think about this all you want. That's the operative word, think. Nobody gets away from Jimmy Jones.
Oh no, you can't outrun the Flavor Aid, man.
no, I think, and I mean
Hey!
there was some folks who told the Kool-Aid Man, oh no.
The cool.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, on that note, is the Kool-Aid Man the pitcher or the juice?
Oh, I think he's got to be the pitcher. The juice is his blood.
Yeah.
It's his lifeblood.
Yeah, I would say he's the pitcher, but that.
It's his lifeblood. If you dump him out, the smile turns to a frown.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So this note from Jones is to a guy named Earl Jackson, who was a temple parishioner, and this is when they were still in Indianapolis. But yeah, so Jackson was planning on leaving, and this is Jones' personal letter to him. Brother Jackson, my beloved brother in Christ, concern for you kept me up praying the entire night. I'm going to speak sincerely and frankly. Well, how else the fuck would you speak if you're trying to persuade somebody? God sent you to People's Temple, and you must not release yourself. I know there are things about the message that you may not see, but it is God. As long as we love Christ, we have unity and understanding to compensate for all the little things you and I might disagree on. Earl, you will be making a serious mistake if you leave our temple that God has ordained and declared you to be a part of. Oh, he's playing the God card. Oh no.
What do you think, like Jesus or God or, if these people actually did exist, what do you think they would think of these motherfuckers using their name for all this shit? Like,
I know.
Well, I would think you don't know my work at all, and how dare you? Y'all done fucked up.
like there was something else you were moving in to read after that, right?
Yep, we still got more. So back to the letter. Don't go out to see the proof of what I just said. Hear me as your voice crying out to you from the depths of love and fondness for you. I'm pretty sure that's him saying you wanted to fuck him, because that did happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that definitely happened.
Oh, and we can kind of validate this. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord.
Oh, I know what that means.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't go back on the light.
Yep.
I know you
Pegging.
wouldn't.
Someone just got pegged.
By yeah, by salvation of the Lord.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. What do you mean by salvation?
Thanks to salvation in the form of KY jelly.
Well, well.
There's a little bit more here. I know you wouldn't intentionally, but if you leave the place that Christ has set you in, much sorrow and heartache will be the result. God impressed my mind strongly in every prayer in the early hours before dawn that you would be making such a terrible mistake to leave. Please hear my counsel, which I have given with a heart full of love for you. Yours in him, Pastor James Jones.
Did it work? Did he stay?
We don't know.
This is
If he was smart, he did not.
So well, if we don't know, then no, he left.
Yeah.
What was the was that an actual letter that he wrote?
This is
to
an
him?
actual letter he wrote, yes.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, if this was just like something he said to him, I was like, what, was there a stenographer or something? Like, how did they was somebody sitting there writing this down verbatim? Why is it, do you think, that people get sucked into this shit? Like, I mean, all right, I get, is it the same reasons that people like get sucked into organized religion, but just like stupider? You know, is it just because you said there's fucking like a scholar and like what was the other guys that were in there?
It depends on the group. There were lots of different types of people. No, and Heaven's Gate, yeah, there was there was one presidential scholar. There was like the owner of a tech company.
Yeah,
the brother of Star Trek in the old Star Trek, Lieutenant Uhura, her brother.
Yeah.
Her actual brother
know.
was in it. That actress was actually in it.
Star Trek Next Generation, right?
I think it was the original Star Trek.
It was the original Star Trek.
Uhura? Lieutenant Uhura? O'Hara.
Right, so there's some...
That was probably just jealousy. I was like, I'll show you Star Trek, motherfucker.
So there's like some I think we could assume that there's at least some reasonably intelligent people that got sucked in to some of these cults.
I mean, if you consider intelligent by book smart.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I generally I don't. But like, can you really like own a tech company and prosper from a tech company if you're just book smart? I guess you could.
Yeah, you can. That company probably would have went out of business soon if she didn't jump ship and onto Hellbop.
I feel like it would be so shitty, like in life, to be so book smart that like you start a tech company and are successful, or you win a presidential scholar award or whatever.
Yeah.
But then you get sucked into a cult.
Yeah, it's like those people who get like sucked into like Ponzi schemes, like really obvious bad ones. It's like it's like there's always like doctors and shit that are involved. It's like, how did you not see that? Like
they're just book smart.
Yeah, it's probably some extreme self-esteem issues going on with those people, and like, people just are just so hungry to fit into somewhere.
Hey guys, Trev from the Struggling Artist Podcast, and I want to talk to you real quick about Struggling Artist Record Club. The Struggling Artist Record Club is a vinyl record subscription service where I hunt and curate the best punk and punk-adjacent music out there and mail their record to your door each and every month. Imagine finding your new favorite band from across the country without ever having to leave the house. It doesn't get much better than that. The excitement of discovering new music just got that much easier. As a member of the Struggling Artist Record Club, you are going to receive some of the best music you've ever heard from bands you may never even heard of. Whether you've been collecting records for years or just starting out, the Struggling Artist Record Club is designed specifically for you. And right now, all new members get a Struggling Artist Record Club exclusive along with the monthly selection. So head to strugglingartistrecordclub.com, pick a membership, and start building that collection today.
You know?
Are they maybe like, ugly or something?
Oh yeah, they're probably. I mean, have you seen the pictures, dude? Like, I honestly wouldn't fuck one member of Heaven's Gate.
All right, so that's okay. So this is this is part of it. Well, they can't be that ugly though in some instances because like Koresh was getting married people, and then stealing their wives. So like, I gotta imagine there was not everyone there. Like, I understand that married people do get ugly, or ugly people do get married.
Yeah,
married people also do get ugly.
Yes,
but I do understand that ugly people do get married, but like, I'd say that, not as much, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's being insanely superficial, but
I don't think Koresh was that wacky until towards the very end. Like, I think he was just like a really strict religious. I mean, there's a different. I think.
Yeah, but he was fucking their wives. So
yeah, I know, and that's but there's a difference between Koresh and fucking Heaven's Gate. That like we're gonna cut off our balls and catch a ride on a comet. Like that's fucking crazy town.
And wear tracksuits and
yeah, that's fucking bonkers, dude. Like. You know what I mean? I can see an overly religious person kind of falling for Koresh.
Yeah. That I agree. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Do you think so if God exists, do you think God would come down harder on Koresh or the Heaven's Gate
Koresh
people?
Koresh. Yeah. Yeah, I think he would feel bad for the Heaven's Gate people.
I think he'd look over and be like, actually, that one kind of looks fun. Maybe I'll go check this one out myself.
Yeah, because they weren't claiming to be him. Like Koresh was claiming to be the son of God.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Wasn't he? So I think that would piss off real God more than some yahoos that wanted to hook up with aliens or something,
I'm going to be really pissed off if I die and go to go to heaven, maybe. Probably not, but and I walk up, the gates open and I walk in and God's like dressed like one of the Heaven's Gate people.
Yeah, it's the main dude from Heaven's Gate.
Yeah,
like you motherfuckers, you were right this whole time. God damn, dude.
God damn. Oh, sorry.
It's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, behind him, like David Koresh and Jimmy Jones just sitting on thrones. It's like, what the fuck is this? Then you made it to hell, not heaven.
South Park was wrong. It wasn't the Mormons.
Yeah.
Matt, to answer your question a little bit, it's like, I think people by and large are deceptively recruited and manipulated if they have any consent. So like I reached out to the cult expert Rick Ross, and those are actually his words because
cult expert.
Yeah, he's one of the cult experts in the country. So I got his insights, and he said, yeah, that's what he says, that people are deceptively recruited and manipulated with any little, if any, informed consent. So
yeah, I just don't see myself being able to be manipulated into a cult. Like,
yeah, but it's the thing is, it's impossible for people like us to see how that would happen because it would just like when you watch like true crime shows and you're like,
oh, that would never happen to me.
Like, how could that guy be so dumb to murder those people and do this? It's like because you wouldn't murder those two people. You know what I mean? Like you can't think like that. You can't put yourself in their shoes because you're not.
Like the one guy who, this is a recent one, who like he probably would have gotten away with it except for his like internet search history that was like,
it's always the internet. Yeah,
how to cut up a dead body. How long does it take a dead body to decompose?
Yes.
Can a blender grind up bones, like human bones? Like,
yeah, it's always some dumb. Yeah.
And they even said too on that, like, if it was just like one of those things,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it probably wouldn't have been enough. But it was like 10 of them within
yeah,
like 2 hours of
yeah,
on the same day the one person like went missing.
yeah.
Well, that's also how what's his nuts BTK got caught. They tracked his fucking
Oh
internet,
yeah.
like through his computer and shit.
Well, he asked them. You remember how they were communicating him with through WAN ads,
Yeah,
through the personals,
yeah,
and he had he was gonna send them something on a disk, a floppy disk,
yes, that's
and he
right.
was like, can you trace a floppy disk back to its computer? Be honest. This is what he said to the cops. Be honest. And the cops like, no, we can't do that.
No,
And so
not
he
at
sent the
all.
floppy disk, and they traced it back to him, and they found it. It's like you evaded capture for 3 fucking decades, and you're gonna mess it up on something that dumb.
On saying a cop, can you track this? And the cop going, nope, sure can't. Uh, okay. For a second there, I thought you were lying to me, but
Yeah,
you almost got me, buddy. All right, I'll send the disc
so
tomorrow.
crazy, man.
No, I was thinking back to like, what was it? How'd you word it? Like, what was it about people that just makes them fall for this kind of stuff? I mean, if it's not manipulation, it's like I think it's a lot of things. Like based on purely like I haven't done extensive analysis yet. I've watched a handful of things, but sitting through that 2 hour video, and I'm gonna have to do this multiple times, is that based on what I'm gathering from these people, is that they not only were they vulnerable, but for one reason or another, but they felt like they were not part of anything,
Yeah,
and that they found a sense of meaning in being a part of this group. Not an
yeah,
uncommon thing.
Yeah, I still kind of I don't know. I equate it to some level of, I'm honestly not trying to be insensitive or mean when I say this. Like
Mhm.
some form of like lower intelligence, stupidity, dumbness. And it doesn't mean that the person is completely just dumb. I mean, they very well could be in some instances because, human beings go through that spectrum everywhere. But like it's like why you hear political rhetoric, the same talking points spewed out of people's mouths in mass.
yeah,
Because either one, they don't want to keep up with current times and they just repeat the easy things, or two, they're not intelligent enough to actually retain and learn talking points to like actively debate somebody, so they just adopt the hive mind of their political party and use those as talking points so they don't feel left out when people around them are having intelligent political discussions.
yeah. Well, I think in that case they don't want to learn, because learning would be knowing that your side is flawed.
But yeah, but like my and yes, and I completely agree with that. But like, is joining a cult something similar to that? Just jumping into the hive mind because you can't adopt, some sort of mental comfort. Because I've always thought a lot of the most of the people in this world that need organized religion are people that need to be led. Like they need it. They don't by themselves with no higher power, with no like deity, some sort of form of deity to direct their morality. They're essentially just rabid raccoons. And without that, that's what they become. But with it, they can be highly functioning and come off. I shouldn't say come off, but just highly functioning, intelligent individuals.
Yeah,
You lose the deity, and that's it for you. Like now
yeah,
you're just in the streets chewing people's ears off.
yeah.
I've always kind of been curious about that. I don't know if my question will ever be fucking answered
Yeah.
unless I go undercover
That's
into a cult.
oh, that would be awesome. We should each go undercover to a different cult. That'd be fucking rad.
We gotta have a safe word though.
Yes. Balls.
Yeah, my safe word is Gargamel.
Yes, I think I think there's aspects of all those points you made. I think what there also is there may not be a high degree of functional intelligence because you often hear the paradigm of more analytical or creative intelligence.
Yeah.
There's a third one. It's called functional intelligence. You rarely hear about this one discussed. But I think that would often be what people call street smarts or just experience with
Yeah.
dealing with social interactions and those kinds of things.
I think it's not talked about as much as because it's hard to read.
Mm.
It's kind of like in street smart. It's kind of like
It's hard to
essentially
quantify. There's no test for it.
right, and it's
Right.
kind of like
Yeah.
intuitive. You're basically using intuition,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and so yeah, essentially.
Yeah, and as a to go in hand with that, I think there's also aside from the social aspect of it, that the idea of a higher power or a group to belong to, something like that, may come from a need to have some kind of meaning to avoid some kind of despair or depression.
Yeah,
And
I could see that.
what you see, and I'm not saying that's an answer. I think it's a potential answer. And
Yeah.
when you are in a group like, I'll say Heaven's Gate, for example, because theirs is probably the most fantastical, is that their leader wants to believe this thing about themselves. Like he wanted to believe he was an alien messenger reincarnated, who was Jesus reincarnated several times over. And so they find that meaning in that kind of live action role playing event that they're in. And so they want that to be true about the leader. So they believe it because the leader needs them to believe it for that to be a perceived reality.
I, for one, hope they got on that comet.
When is it coming back? We're not going to be alive when that shit comes back, right?
No, if they got on that comet, it's not coming back. That was a one-way trip.
I'm going to look it up. When is
What-
Hale Bop
Let's
return?
see. Yeah, I'm looking it up too.
Okay, cool.
I want to know
Is
when is.
it's not. They got on it and they drove it away. They're not coming back. They ran out of gas somewhere around Jupiter.
Well, it is coming back around the year 4385.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, yeah, it takes 2,534 years for it to orbit the sun once.
Is there? I feel
What about
like
Halley's Comet? Remember Halley's Comet?
yeah,
That was when we were like, what, elementary school kids?
Yeah. it was in the
When
80s.
is Haley's?
I think that's going to come back around that's every 75 years. I'll probably be dead. That's
2060, July 2061. So
Maybe we might be alive.
2061. That's what, 40 years? I'm
Yeah.
not going to be here in 40 years, man.
What's
I'm
less
not,
than
I'm not
40
living to
years?
see 87, dude. There's no fucking way.
It's like 30. It's like 30. It's 34 years or 36 years.
2061?
Yeah, because it's 2025
Oh,
now.
yeah.
So it's like
maybe
36 years. Yeah, I mean, like, I probably, I'd be 82, I guess. Yeah, we'll see.
What year? I don't know if we've ever done this before, but what year? If somebody came up to you and said, "I'll give you a year," right? If you could pick, so if somebody said to you, like, "Do you think you'll make it to be 80 years old?" But if you say yes, and you're definitely going to die when you're 80, like, what's the year that you would pick that you think if somebody could give you a year that you think you'll die, but and you're guaranteed not to die before that. Hang on, I'm not getting this out correctly. Let's
I'm tracking. I'm following what you're
Yeah,
saying.
I think I'm pretty sure I'm
So if
tracking too.
is it if you don't think you're gonna die at 80, what year do you think it's gonna be?
yeah, like what year would you give yourself?
Like what age?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm
What
tracking.
age?
No, I
Like
gotcha.
if somebody said to you, you could live into your okay. If somebody said to you, you could live into your 80, but you're definitely going to die when you're 80, or you could just take a chance and die whenever you think you're going to die. What year would you? What year would you gamble on saying? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Do I even want to be 80? Hey, 75 had a good run. I,
75. All right.
I've always said I don't want to live through the diaper years again.
Okay. Yeah. I feel that. So you would just die when you're 75,
It's a good.
but you're
Oops,
guaranteed to make it to 75.
yeah. Oops,
Okay.
I crapped my pants. I mean, I guess maybe 77. That seems like a cool number.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the year I was born. So that'd be a cool year to go out too. 77 and 77.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's not a bad idea. I really just don't want to live through the diaper years again. If I got to wear a diaper, just either just
Yeah.
sit me in a chair in front of the TV,
I think
or just,
if somebody said to me, you're going to die when you're 80, or you could just take a chance and you might be able to live to your 90, or you might die when you're 69, I would take 80. I think I would take 80.
ooh, nice.
Yeah, because
That was for the
I don't think I'm going to
69.
live past 80. So I think I'd
I'm I'm
getting
changing
myself
mine.
to there would be.
I'm changing mine to 69 immediately.
I'm gonna say probably 132.
132. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Purely because
132.
not that I want to live that long, but just because something will keep me the fuck alive out of spite.
Yeah.
It might be me, not sure.
Yeah. You'll find hell bop. You'll get up there. They're going to do a special U-turn just for you.
Stupider shit has happened.
Yes.
I honestly think that those people believed that Applewhite was, a fucking reincarnated alien.
Hmm.
Because because somewhere just like kind of from Washington, it's like if you were to just if I send you the link and you just or one afternoon just do nothing, watched him, you might have some of the same thoughts that I had because it's like these people are pretty successful. And what was real fucked up was that like there were a handful of them that left for
Yeah.
a while and then came back.
Yeah, one of them killed himself like weeks after they all killed themselves. Um to kind of like catch up with them or whatever.
Yes, it was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how that works, but
Yeah.
I love the effort.
Hell,
Love
yeah,
the
man.
effort
Yeah.
to give it the old college try.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, Koresh and Jones on the other hand seemed to think that they were actually like Jones at one point believed he was God, and that was a gradual transition. And then there was Koresh says it without saying it because he had done like so in this collection he identifies himself with the Lamb in the Book of Revelation, which is you know people are saying would say that the lamb is Jesus, so he's making that identification with Jesus. Later in this book, these guys who are Trent like kind of deciphering his letters say that he doesn't say, well, it's like, dude, if you're saying that you identify with a figure who everybody knows to be Jesus, I think I think you're pretty much saying you're that person. I don't know,
Hmm.
maybe I'm wrong.
Hmm, I don't know.
But
That seems right.
well, let's look into his one of his letters, and then well, it's a very telling how he signs it. So you guys tell me. Friends, I offered you my wisdom. I offer to you my sealed secrets. How dare you turn away from my invitations of mercy? I know your sins and your iniquities. None are hid from me. Oh, by the way, me is capitalized.
Yes, as it should be.
I mean, me should always be capitalized in a cult. That's
right.
those are part of the rules.
This is Koresh, right?
This is Koresh.
Okay.
This is
Yeah.
Koresh's letter that he wrote. When will you ever fear and be wise? Your only savior is my truth. My truth is the seven seals. Again, my is capitalized. You're not rejecting a man by fighting against David. My servant, no, for I have given and revealed my name to him. Read Isaiah 45. The name Koresh is my surname, and all men are my sons, and the work of my hands. Who are you fighting against? The law is mine. The truth is mine. Will you be acquitted in my judgment? Will you turn back the punishments of my hand? No. Be it known unto you, O sons of men, my Christ died for man's breaking of my law, not just the Jews. But who will atone for your rejecting of my spirit? I am your God, and you will bow under Ray feet. I'm not necessarily that he says you will bow under Ray feet.
Oh, Koresh, buddy. What'd you do?
There's more here. Do you know my seals? Do you dare call me a liar? Look and see into my right hand. I am your life and your death. I am the spirit of the prophets and the author of their testimonies. Look and see, you fools. You will not proceed much further. You think you have the power to stop my will. I have spoken to my prophets regarding time no longer. My seven thunders are to be revealed. Then that's a shit he's going to take. Revelation 10:7.
What do you think the seven thunders are? Is this like the three seashells from from what movie was that? Demolition Man.
Oh yeah.
It might be. Is your judgment that time is not now? Your judgment will not stand. Read Psalm 2. Do you want me to laugh at your pending torments? Do you want me to pull the heavens back and show you my anger? Why not listen to your brother David and see if he witnesses to the truth of my hand? I am your God, and I love you for my mercy's sake. I see your evil and pride, and yet you fear me not. Do not fear the fear of man. Fear me, for I have you in my snare. I will surely show you the meaning of Psalm 18, unless you open your eyes and not your mouth. Fear me and the hour of my judgment, for it has come. Learn from David my seals, or as you have said, bear the consequences. I forewarn you, the Lake Waco area of Old Mount Carmel will be terribly shaken. The waters of the lake will be emptied through the broken dam. The heavens are calling you to judgment. Please consider these tokens of great concern. And he signs it Yahweh Koresh. So you tell me.
No, he didn't.
He sure
signed
did.
It Yahweh Koresh.
Yahweh, yes.
I don't know, man. I kind of want to join now. That letter did it for me.
Yeah, they got a phone number.
Yeah, there's your answer, Matt. Why do people join? That letter.
Do you think in the future, because we're gonna have robots, obviously AI is already here. I mean, we basically have Terminators already. Do you think that robots will join cults?
Oh,
I think people will join robot cults.
That's for sure happening. But do some of the AI robots that are going to happen end up in cults? Will they be like robot only cults, or will they be like robot and human intermingling cults? Do the cult leaders steal the sex bots' wives?
That's a good question. All I know is that my new podcast name is Yahweh Shakes.
Praise be to thee.
Yahweh Shakes. Have you not eaten from my Palmas chocolate? Do not doubt the power of the man pawn.
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Your stigmata holes are like basically like Pez dispensers for Palmolive chocolate.
I was gonna say smash creepy peepers.
Yeah. And now I turn you over to Yahweh Shakes. Yahweh.
Thank you, Yahweh alive.
Ah, no, this is how cults start, isn't it?
Yes, finally, we're doing it.
Oh my god.
The three Yahwehs. That's our cult, dude.
That's the
Hell
three
yeah.
Yahwehs.
We'll just call it three-way instead of Yahweh.
Somehow
I mean-
you're no longer Yahweh Shakes, you're now three-way shakes.
Three-way shakes.
Triple shake.
Triple shake. Try shakes.
Did you have Paulson? Oh, he actually signed that fucking letter to Yahweh. What a fucking cock.
Yahweh Koresh.
Oh,
yeah.
That's impressive, actually.
Well, it's
That he
fucked
had the
up.
balls to do that.
It's fucked up because the next he writes a letter addressed or dated for the next day, and he signs it David. Actually, no, I take that back. He signs that one Yahweh too.
That's crazy. I can't. He really did actually think he was God, huh?
if these are accurately transcribed, and yeah, he actually signed two of these letters Yahweh Koresh, and then later, okay, there's a letter that he writes to some guy named Dick. Dick. I think this might this might be his
Yahweh
lawyer.
Dick.
Yeah.
I think this might be his lawyer or his attorney. But he signs this one. This one is actually, yeah, no, it's the same damn days though. Okay, yeah. So we have two letters dated the same day. One of them he signs Yahweh Koresh. The other one he signs is David.
The question I think really is, do you think these people actually think that they're Christ or the Son of Christ, or do you think they know they're full of shit, but they're just doing it to control people?
That's a good question because
I tend to think the latter because, like, Jimmy Jones was actually a smart dude. That motherfucker knew he wasn't the fucking son of. He knew what the fuck he was,
I mean,
which
Well, he
makes it
became
more
an-
devious.
Yeah, at some point he became an atheist, and then he was just kind of shooting from the hip about what his beliefs were, but to keep
Yeah,
keep control.
like Applewhite might have actually thought he was an alien. That
I
dude
mean,
was
look at
weird
the
enough.
guy.
Yeah, that dude actually might have really thought he was an alien. But Koresh and Jimmy Jones, I don't think they actually thought that they were those things. I think it was
Yeah, they
just a
were just
power play
telling people that to
fuck
you
their
know,
wives.
to fuck their
It's all about
wives.
pussy. In the end, that's what it's all about.
And money. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pussy and money. Like the only you could trace any war, anything, any insane conflict back to those two fucking things, man. Pussy and money. That's
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
yeah.
Those are definitely re-emerging patterns.
And then there was the Spice Wars. I'll gladly trade you two bags of frankincense for
Frankincense.
for some 2 bags of myrrh. I know those weren't when the Spice Wars were over.
Yeah, frankincense and myrrh. Those are that's Yahweh Shake's favorite
Yeah.
spice, frankincense.
I think I don't think those are what the Spice Wars were over. I think the Spice
No.
Wars were more. They were like it was like Persia and
Yeah.
in India, and it was like saffron and fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I thought you were talking about the plot line for Dune.
I mean, basically, the idea for Dune came from somewhere.
Well, yeah, these are some of the things that I've been finding so far, and I've only been really at this for about 2 weeks. So yeah, still need to collect some other information. But one thing I'm having a very hard time justifying is I kind of want the physical copy of the Heaven's Gate book, but I don't want to Give
Be
them
on record buying it.
yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that earlier when you brought it up. I was like, man, I
Yeah.
should buy that book. And I was like, do I really want to give them my information?
Yeah. Yeah, I tried looking on eBay. I can't. I've looked everywhere. I cannot find this thing. They have it on their site, but yeah, I don't want to give them my information, and I kind of don't want to give
I
them
want to know
money.
who's still running that site. That's what I want to know.
I was just on it a few seconds ago just to see it. It's still up and kicking, man.
It's still there.
Yeah.
I was on it earlier. Yeah.
Who got left behind that was like, no, you can't come with us to Hellbop.
Yeah.
You got to stay behind. And
That was a smart volunteer. It's like, no, I'll stay here, guys. We need to keep spreading the word.
yeah,
Fuck those Nikes.
I'll run the website. I'll collect all the money. I'll
Yeah.
do it all.
Yeah. I'll be right behind you guys. I remember when I was going for my master's, I bought this book online it was an IRA book about like, I think it like showed how to make bombs and shit. And I was like, I didn't even think about it until after I bought it. I was like, that probably was not a good idea. I was just looking for it, but I don't know.
Ron, that's fantastic.
It's probably somebody probably took it.
In
The
their
FBI
inventory.
confiscated it, along with the Yahweh Shake scriptures.
The dead shake scrolls.
Thou shalt not eat
Yeah.
Palmer's.
Thou shalt not eat Palmer's chocolate. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, we might need to come up with the Yahweh Shakes 10 commandments.
Yes, we will.
Thou shalt not eat Palmer's chocolate. That's number one.
Or associate with anybody who does.
Yeah.
Add that in there too.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's beer.
Thou shalt deliver me, Mad Elf.
Yeah.
My disciples are the mad elves.
Yeah, give me some time. Yeah, so I'll dig some more, and in the meantime, I will come up with some more commandments for Yahweh.
Yahweh Shakes 10
Yahweh
commandments.
Shakes.
I mean, we got to get this cult going. I mean, we're basically cult experts at this point. There's no
Yeah.
reason we can't have our own.
Yep.
At this point,
I
at this
told
point,
you.
yeah.
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 We just got to come up with a good name for it.
Yeah. All right. The next episode with all three of us, the introduction of our cult on the planet Earth.
OBH starts a cult.
Yes.
You
Welcome,
too
brothers
can-
and sisters.
Yeah. You too can join for only the low monthly fee of $199.99.
And your wife's ass.
All yeah. Just mail the checks to,
Yes.
and your wife too.
Yes.
P.O. Box
Yahweh Shakes, P.O. Box 69.
6969. Crofton.
All right, we got work to do, gentlemen. Let's get this
Huh?
cult going. I said we got
Yeah.
work to do.
Yeah. Okay, we got a merchandise.
Buttons, koozies, basically everything you made
Stickers,
for the show.
stickers,
T-shirts.
everything.
Like, I'm
T-shirts.
with Yahweh Shakes. We just need a name and 7 more commandments.
Wasn't what about the decaf one?
Oh yeah, thou shalt not partake of decaf. Okay, so we need 6 more.
Six more.
Yeah, we got 4. Yeah, because I like that one.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not partake in decaf. That's
Yeah.
we just got to
So-
come up with a name for this cult too.
I know. All right, gentlemen.
All right, man. Guys, thanks.
Yeah,
again.
man.
This was
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Uh,
I'll talk to you guys. We'll set something up soon.
Okay, sounds good.
Absolutely.
All right, guys.
All right, see you guys
Later.
All right.
later.
Later.
How do I do this shit? I can still hear you. So what do I have to press? Close.